Cranbersher's Guide to Stop Motion Animation is one of the most horrifyingly well-made ARGs I've seen in a long time. ARG stands for Alternate Reality Game, a game in which creators hide bonus content for their viewers to find using secrets, ciphers, and puzzles. So those who don't know, Oliver Beale, aka Cranbersher, is a very talented stop-motion animator who has worked on projects from Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Laika, and even did work on Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, which, as you know, I am a huge fan of. As for me, because we're talking about stop motion, I decided why not make myself in stop motion. On the surface, Cranbersher's Guide seems like a very well-made stop motion tutorial series. However, as we move along, we will come to see it is much more than that. Starting with episode 1, Cranbersher introduces the narrator, who will take us on a step-by-step guide of how to make a puppet in the style that Cranbersher makes his, in the end, making an avatar of himself. Orangebersher refers to this puppet right here. Orange Cranbersher is our main character for the ARG side of this tutorial series. However, he does not show up again until episode 7, Making Stuff Move, where the story begins. This episode starts off with the narrator explaining they will teach us how to move things in stop motion by using a ball as an example.
Oh, no. Hold on. Shut up for a second. Is this what you're gonna teach us?
Well, yes.
No, you can't be serious. Look, we've been waiting for months. It's been months since your last guide video, and you want to know how to, animate something?
One could say this is just a joke, considering that stop motion takes time and these guide videos have not been uploaded consistently, but Orangebersher's outburst here is actually very important to the narrative. So, after being cast aside, Orangebersher is off screen for the rest of the episode. Taking us to episode 8, Lip Sync. Immediately, something is different. He's more refined, he has a haircut, actually has shoes instead of just nubby little feet, and the first red flag goes off when he says this.
Sorry about that freak out the other I had last time.
Meaning this puppet is not Orangebersher. This is our next main character, Newbersher. Newbersher replaces Orangebersher, and we think, oh, that's just a little gag for the audience, but no, it's real. So clearly, there's some kind of story being told in the beginning and ending of these guide videos. I just can't wait to see what happens next. Unfortunately, there wouldn't be another episode for 8 months. Halloween 2016, we finally get episode 9. And it is, Clicking on this video, you will come to a screen of Newbersher standing away from the camera, monologuing to himself. Midway through the video, he turns to the camera.
I am broken.
Oh.
And there is nothing you can do. Isn't that grand?
Something has happened here. Something sinister. And it's unclear if this is just a Halloween video or part of the story. But very quickly, we will come to learn that this is an essential part of the narrative. And this character, who we don't know yet, is something else. Not Orangebersher, and despite how he looks, it is not Newbersher. This character is Brogan, our fourth main character of the series. And unfortunately for the next year, the only character in the series.
Oh, why is there more? Oh, he looks worse. What is going on?
Not even 2 weeks later, we finally get another episode of Cranbersher's Guide, Walk Cycles. And after over a year and a half of silence on the guide videos, everybody wants answers, especially considering what we just got before.
Hello everyone, I hope your day is going well.
Only nothing happens. The video starts, and it's just a guide. No stinger, no nothing. The end credits roll, and then, oh.
Hey!
Finally, a confrontation. Orangebersher and Newbersher fight, and Newbersher wins, telling Orangebersher,
You had your time. Now leave.
Orangebersher does not take that lying down and lands a solid punch on Newbersher. Big mistake.
No, I'm sorry, please. No.
Whoa, wait, what is going? Hey! Whoa! Oh my God! What is happening? Help! Oh! Drop!
Excuse me. What the hell is this?
Listen, I know I said that, I wanted answers, but now we're getting a lot in a very short span of time. And unfortunately, there would be no more answers for almost another year, because the next episode posted was on Halloween 2018. Overwrought. We get another monologue from Broken.
It's out of our control. It's too much for one of us. But one of us is all we have.
Before finally revealing on one last chilling line.
Okay, if you say so. Last chance.
There is almost nothing left. But what is happening here? In 2019, there were 5 episodes of Cranbersher's Guide, starting with facial animation. The narrator breaks up the fight, thankfully, and saves Orangebersher, forcing Newbersher to give him his face back. Oh my God, he took his face off. And Orangebersher can attest that yes, this does feel terrible. What was that? Go back. During Orangebersher's little memory moment here, a link very briefly flashes on screen. The website, cranbersher.com/secrets. Typing in this link will take you to this, a password-protected page. The password to this page can be found on the rest of Cranbersher's website by snooping around, the password being of unknown origin. What this password takes you to we'll get into later. But for now, let's get some answers.
But didn't you see? He clearly has some kind of problem with me. You told me you were him. Where the hell did you come from anyway? I was just made, I guess. I don't know. All right, look.
It's unknown where Newbersher came from, though, because before anything can happen, Orangebersher is cast aside by the narrator and Newbersher, and the narrator tells Newbersher they can't talk and they just need to make this episode of the guide.
Sorry again for not telling you. Enough about that now, let's just get to the guide. Okay.
Why the narrator is so hasty to ignore everything that's happening, I have no idea. But it doesn't matter, and the guide continues as normal. At the very end of the episode, another stinger happens. Orangebersher is by himself, feeling dejected, and decides to end it all. Orangebersher attempts to jump off the table, but right before he can, it seems the narrator saved him, but I have no idea. That was weird. I saw that hand, though. You saw that hand, too? Episode 14, character animation. As you can see by the thumbnail, this is the shortest episode that's not a Broken episode to date. This is because, from this point out, there are no more guides. It is all story. Orangebersher appears again and apologizes to Newbersher and the narrator.
I'm sorry.
The narrator realizes from Orangebersher's testimony that puppets are conscious without their faces, and goes to check on something. Meanwhile, Newbersher and Orangebersher argue over who gets to run the guide. Newbersher knows that he is Orangebersher's replacement, but when asked about this, he says this.
Why do you have to replace me? Because, well, I don't know. It's just what I thought was supposed to happen. Who told you that? Hey.
So, the episode ends. However, at this point in the story, I found the secret page with the password. You were able to email Broken during a short time. At this point, I asked 2 questions. Where did you go? And who saved Orangebersher? I got this response from Broken.
A recharge was needed. Saved. Interesting choice of words.
Vague and unclear, but not nothing. Let's go into episode 15, Restraint. The narrator reveals that the puppets are unable to move or think while their faces are off, which recontextualizes the first episode into a very frightening way, as now we can see that Orangebersher was alive this entire time, sitting there, motionless, unable to move or think for himself. Absolutely no free will. And he is understandably very upset at narrator for hiding this from him. But the narrator persists that they need to make guides now, otherwise...
Do you want to die? Whoa. Because that's what's gonna happen if we don't keep this going. To me, at least. I don't really know what'll happen to you two. But this is your series, isn't it? You're Cranbersher, right? Why would not doing the guides kill you? No. Look at me. Tell me what you see. There's nothing there. Yeah. I don't know how we never picked up on that. Where are you? I'm here. You're looking in the right place. But that's all I am. A voice. The only thing I'm good for is narrating and producing the guides. Without them, there's no point to me. And Cranbersher will kill me.
Which takes us to episode 16, Edification. The narrator and the puppets decide they want to escape. They want to have their own free will. The problem is, the puppets are on stop motion time, meaning that they move so slow to Cranbersher that he can do whatever he wants to them and they will never notice. So, the narrator sets the puppets into real time, meaning they're able to experience the world in the same way that me, you, and Cranbersher do. But before they can leave, the narrator realizes that episode 15, Restraint, was meant to be uploaded that day, and that Cranbersher is coming. So he very quickly hides the file on Cranbersher's computer, but unfortunately, Orangebersher wakes up and moves in real time.
Run! Can't see!
Cranbersher kills the narrator as the two puppets run away, making their escape out a window downstairs.
Hey! Help me up! Hurry! What are you doing?
And that leads us to the final episode of 2019, Subsist. A Broken episode. Broken, looking normal again, sits in front of a bloody pile on the ground and explains that he's shown us everything he can. We also see that Broken has two mouths and talks to himself.
No.
Recontextualizing every single Broken video we've seen so far. Because in all those videos, what seemed like monologues were actually conversations. Look.
I want you to be fixed. We all want to be fixed in some way. We didn't try hard enough. You mean you didn't try hard enough?
The two voices say they need to conserve their energy, and their mouths retract back into their head, which literally conserves energy for the animator as they no longer have to move the mouth on the puppet. Finally, our last key piece of information.
Of course, there is more to see, but these events have passed now, and it's going to take a long while for me to bring them to you.
And then, in February of 2021, we get this.
Hello everyone, I hope your day is going well and welcome to this Kickstarter video for the finale of Cranbersher's Guide.
Cranbersher needs money to make the finale, and so he asks YouTube. The scale of these last 3 episodes will be so much bigger than anything before that he needs the time and money to properly make them. And you know what, when I first saw this, I thought he wouldn't get it. I thought that was it. The final words of Subsist will be the last things we ever got.
It's up to you now. As it always has been.
But I was wrong. Raised $68,000 and got this project off the ground. And now we just have to wait patiently for Oliver to make the final 3 episodes of Cranbersher's Guide. But what will they be? What will happen? What's going on still? Here is my theory. The timeline of Cranbersher's Guide is as such. Episodes 1 to the finale, then Overwrought, then the very beginning of Subsist, followed by Derelict, Broken, and the rest of Subsist. Which means that Broken is not what we thought he was. First and foremost, he is not dying. He's healing. The word subsist means to survive off of nothing. And the fact that we can see the blood splatter seen in both Derelict and Overwrought on the ground right there shows that he has already lived through those 2 videos. So this puppet, Broken, is subsisting. and is also sharing two voices in his head. These voices, I think, are of Cranbersher and Cranbersher, and maybe even the narrator, because as we saw when he got killed by Cranbersher, his vision went all glitchy, which is the same way that we see all of these broken videos. These three characters are all broken. They're left with nothing after what Cranbersher did to them. What will happen in those woods that leads them to broken or overwrought? I have no idea. And all I know is that Cranbersher is fantastic, and he has made something truly fantastic, and I cannot wait to see how this ends and what he does. Thank you. Have a nice night.
God, finally! I can move again! Holy shit! That was so annoying! Oh my god! That was so annoying.